Hello? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. All right, reintroduce myself. My name is Muhammad Zhafir, and I'm here to talk about spoken word poetry. I had like a long list of definitions, but I've been told to cut my time short. And instead of describing spoken word poetry, I might as well just show it to you, right? This piece is titled Introduction, and I hope you enjoy. My name is Zhafir, and it means victory in Arabic. Some of you might think I seem strange, but you don't know the half of it. I'm a pacifist and I dislike confrontation. I crumble into tears when I get too frustrated, and most of my past teachers tell me that I'm smart. But lazy is lazy gets, and I'm talkative for shit, and I curse like I've got Tourette's. Most of my friends say I'm the most carefree person they've ever met. But to be honest, I have more than a few regrets, and I regret quitting the piano at age 6 and not putting more effort in my academics. And lately, I've been feeling shit. It's like I'm in a pit and I fall to a deeper, darker one. Each time I try to get out of it, I am feeling shit. And I only feel better when I spit. And I admit that I've got a confession. I've fallen to a state of meta depression. I got everything I could ever ask for, but I can't count my blessings despite the math lessons. And I need you, God, to answer some questions. No, I need you, God, to please give some directions. This should show where I'm heading, because I'm just 21, and I just don't know where to turn. No, I'm 21. There's already so many bridges that I've burned. No, I'm 21. The money that I have is not the money that I've earned. And no, I'm 21. And I realize there's so many things I've yet to learn. My biggest weakness is I'm a hypocrite. No, I hate hypocrites. My weakness is I'm consistently inconsistent. Shit. You don't believe me? I'm going to give you an example. I consider myself a religious man, but I smoke and drink and gamble. I love my family, but I spend my time with my friends, and I regret my past decisions, but I do it all again, because I know that it made me strong. If not, it helped me write the song, and I know this is my destiny all along. Plus, I'm a kleptomaniac. That means to take things literally, but chill. I just do it for the thrill, cause 9 times out of 10, I could afford the things that I steal. I'm just trying to keep it real, but still, I weigh about 90 kilos and I'm 6 feet plus. Wait, that's a lie. I mean, I'm under 6 feet. It's like I'm buried alive. I grew up in a family of 5. That's me, my dad, and my mom, my older brother, my younger brother. My older brother's doing an MBA. My younger brother's doing nothing but, hey, let's get a shot the way and let's just get back to me. Because I'm an average dude, and this is how average do. But if you're a middle child and middle class, if like you the middle figure, then you'll be average too. Said I'm an average Malay dude. That means I pray about 5, 4, 3 times a day. I mean, what else can I say? I said I smoke about a pack a day. But this year, I swear to God, I'm trying to throw the packs away. For the same reasons that I've started exercising, just so I could better my health. I mean, I try my best to do the best with the cards that I've been dealt. I wrote this song for the fame and the girls and the wealth. No, I wrote this song just so I can introduce myself, huh? Thank you. I wrote that piece about a year ago, and I've come some way since then. And one thing I want to talk about is, I want to talk about how the first time I performed, I was super nervous. Because my style, you might have realized that my style is very similar to rap. And, right? And people tell me that you're not a poet, you're a rapper. And I said, I agree and I disagree. Because I am a poet, and I am a rapper as well. People think rap, I'm trying to break the stereotype that rap is about girls, sex, and drugs. Sometimes it's about that, but not always. See, rap is much more than that. Rap is about lyricism, wordplay, everything. I mean, that's rhyme schemes, and people don't know that the word rap stands for rhythm and poetry. And I'm trying to, bring people back to that poetry and rap is similar. And I hope you'll indulge for me my second poem. It is titled What I Want. It's about me finding my girlfriend. It's about me finding myself. What I want is to talk about what I want. Because salute to my parents, I don't need to talk about my needs. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever had a real reason to complain. I loved every part of my childhood, from my shoes to my clothes to my name. And you gave me a place to stay. Love, freedom, support, everything I needed just to get it on. The only time I've ever felt thirsty or hungry is in Ramadan, and I want to thank you. I want to. And I don't want to sound too overzealous, but the way you handled every single one of my basic needs, it would have made Maslow jealous. Like, when I was 4, all I wanted was to become a doctor. Not because I wanted to help people, not because I thought it was a good profession, but because I thought it was what my parents wanted. And it's what I thought all the smart kids wanted to be. Come to think of it, I remember going through introspection and having all these complex thoughts when I was 3. And when I was 10, all I wanted was a Game Boy Color to play Pokemon on. And I now know that that's BS, because I don't play shit on my DS. When I was 13, all I ever wanted was to be cool. I wanted applause and admiration. I wanted applause and admiration. I wanted applause and admiration to make up for the A's that I didn't get in school. When I was 17, I told the love of my life that I wanted her. I took my heart out and I gave it to her with a scarlet letter. Then I waited and I waited. I remembered that it felt like forever. Then she sent me back a package with a message. And the message read, "Return to sender." I was hurt. I was hurt. And it took me like 6 years to get better. So at 18, I focused and I went to college because I still wanted to become a doctor. But by the end of it, I was scared I couldn't handle it. So I changed my path and told myself I wanted to become a psychologist. At 19, all I wanted was to lose weight. I wanted to look better and wanted to feel better. So I started eating oats for breakfast and exercising till my muscles were sore, till I found out something about myself, that I wanted to have nasi lemak for breakfast. And not exercise just a little bit more. When I was 21, all I wanted was to learn how to commit more. Because I didn't commit to my games, my studies, my sports, or my relationships. And I feared that fear itself was holding me back from true greatness. And I admit it was a real hard habit to break, because the only thing I committed back then was sins and mistakes. When I was 22, all I wanted was to graduate. Because by that time, I had been in 3rd year for 3 years. And I was tired of letting my parents down. So I made some more changes in my life. And I'm glad to say I'm going to graduate a year from now. When I was 23, remember that I needed 6 years to get better. So only at 23, I was able to want to look for someone again. But now that I've found her, I'm having doubts about her. No, I'm having doubts because I fear I might not be able to live without her, because you're the only one of my wants that turned into a need. I need to follow you wherever you go, and I need to be able to take the lead. I need to talk to you every single day. And I need for you to listen to what I have to say, because even if it's just WhatsApp messages, as long as I get to connect to you, because I need to see that one tick turn to 2 and the 2 black ticks turn to blue, and I'm going to stop here before I get too overly facetious, because just the thought of us spending our life together is making me speechless. Like, another thing I want to talk about is how, because the title of my speech is Breaking Barriers. And I've been asked to talk about how previously I wasn't that good in English. So when I started writing, I read more books in English. I started listening to more stuff just to show that, because apparently I'm a Malay man, so I'm not supposed to be good in English. So, but I want to break that stereotype. And I came in the scene like, oh, I'm the best, I'm the Malay guy with the best English, but I've been proven wrong. And I hope that, I share this and you get inspired that despite it not being your mother tongue, you can be good at English as well. And I want to share that. This final poem that I will share is about me looking for love. You see, the thing is, I'm breaking stereotypes here, but I do fall into one. All poets talk about love. And this is, I'm looking for someone. You see, I'm looking for someone who's about my height. Maybe a little bit shorter. No, I'm looking for someone who isn't hesitant to give somebody in need a quarter. I'm looking for someone whose eyes will make you think of heaven. No, I'm looking for someone who's a 6, but thinks she's a 7. I'm looking for someone to share my secrets with. Someone who I can talk to every single night. And I'm looking for someone that I'd be grateful for. It doesn't matter if we fight. And if we fight, I'm looking for someone that I'd be willing to give in, given that she's cute when she's angry. Even when I know I'm right. And I'm looking for someone whose smile can light up a room with no lights. I'm looking for someone to sit down with. And someone I'ma stand up to, no. I'm looking for someone to round with. Someone who's always ready for round 2, no. I'm not looking for I'm not looking for someone to sleep with. I'm looking for someone to wake up to, and when I marry her, it's because I need to and I want to. I'm looking for someone who drives an Audi, but doesn't mind riding in my car, which is not an Audi. And I'm looking for someone who still remains a little bit naughty, despite the fact that she may be turning 40. And whether I call her my shorty, my lady, or my bitch, she knows that I mean it in the best way. She thinks I'm smart, clever, and intelligent, despite what the tests say, and I'ma do everything with her. It doesn't matter what the rest say, because every single day I spend with her will be the best day. I'm looking for someone who's willing to try something new, even if she thinks she might be bad at it. I'm looking for someone that'll make me work on me and throw away all my bad habits. I'm looking for someone who enjoys her puns, and you can't even be mad at it, because when I bring up knife juggling, I expect her to say, let's take a stab at it. I'm looking for someone who's always polite, but still got the ability to be rude. And I'm looking for someone who watches what she eats and still finishes her food. Honestly, I'm looking for someone who values trust and honesty. And I'm looking for someone who hears the word Homer and thinks of Simpsons and the Odyssey. I'm looking for someone to be the co-captain of my team, someone who's gorgeous in her dress, sexy in her jeans. I'm looking for someone who's following her passion and her dreams, just so I know that she knows what sacrifice really means. I'm looking for someone that I catch a grenade for. Wait, that reference might be a couple years too late. So I'm looking for someone that I would love to have as a roommate. And I'm looking for someone to date today, because tomorrow might be too late. I'm looking for someone who loves nature. Someone who literally wouldn't hurt a fly. And I'm looking for someone who's got it all figured out. Someone who's not afraid to die. I'm looking for somebody with the body, with the booty. And I don't see the need to lie, because I'm a simple kind of guy. But in the end, I'm still a guy. I mean, I'm looking for someone who can handle my parents. Because I'm going to let you in on a secret. Both of them are fucking insane. And my mom's family tree got over 100 living family members. I'm expecting her to remember all of their names. I'm looking for someone who won't stop me from playing, but ready to join in on my games. And I'm looking for someone who has a shawl and a lip piercing, just so I know that she's going against the grain. I'm looking for someone who's a person of faith. It doesn't have to be Islam. I just want to know that she believes in something. And I'm looking for someone who's strong enough to fight, but sees the humility in running. I'm looking for someone to cuddle with at night. I'm looking for someone to tuck in. And I'm looking for someone to be my sun when she comes up, and my moon when she comes in. So if you know someone, remind me to remind you to remind her, because I would do anything for my everything, even if it takes everything to find her. Thank you. Do I have time for one more short poem? This one's pretty short. I wrote it today, actually. I want to show that it's pretty easy to do this. That you can do it too. I mean, hopefully you pick it up. I invite you on this path to be extraordinary, to be excellent, to commit energy and effort and to elevate yourself to levels higher than you've ever been. I want you to look for some proof. I want you to look for some evidence, because despite your height, you could be the size of an elephant. My ex would say that everything I say is excrement, but don't listen to what she has to say. She represents the fear and doubt in your heart, and she's holding you back. That's why I left her anyway. And with that, thank you. Thank you for listening.